Hey guys, welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can use HTTP requests in your n8n workflow. So basically, we will be learning on how you can integrate HTTP requests in your n8n workflow. So if you wish to learn more about the same, watch till the end. Okay. So I have created this particular very simple and easy to understand daily GitHub stars check workflow, which utilizes the HTTP requests in order for it to perform. So first, let's understand what this particular workflow does and why anyone would even want it. So every 5 minutes, it goes out to the internet, asks GitHub how the n8n project is doing, and pulls back the project's name and how many stars it has. So right now, it's just displaying that information, which is perfect, for this kind of tutorial because there is nothing to break and nothing to sign up for. But the shape of it is exactly what, the real automations look like. Like we can swap GitHub for a weather service and you have a morning forecast bot. We can swap it for a stock or crypto piece, for a crypto price, and you can have a price watcher. You can swap it for your own website and you have an uptime checker, or you can also add a Slack or a Gmail note on the end, and it messages you instead of just showing numbers on the screen. So the pattern is like wake up on a schedule, go get fresh information from somewhere, tidy it, then do something with that particular information. So that pattern covers what people actually built on n8n. So in this particular workflow, I have got three triggers. The first one is the schedule trigger. So let me just show it how I set this up. So this one is, just one of this, uh, the trigger nodes. So basically, it runs on a particular schedule. I have currently set the trigger interval as minutes and then the minutes between trigger as 5. So this means that because since I changed the trigger interval drop down from days to minute and it filled in 5, so it fires every 5 minutes. So that change is purely, for this video's sake because nobody wants to sit and wait until midnight to see this particular thing work. So yes, every 5 minutes this trigger automatically runs itself. Then also, one of the important details that I would like to tell you that a schedule trigger only runs on its own schedule once the workflow is published. So yes, if it is not published, then it will not run. And also, you need to make sure that the time zone is correct because many times you set it for if you wish to run it on a specific time, it could run on the actual time of the n8n server instead of your local time zone. Then moving on to a next very important node, which is the HTTP zone, HTTP request node. So basically, the HTTP request zone is the most useful node all in all of n8n, and it's worth spending in time if you are creating your n8n services. So this method I used on this is the get method, which just means to fetch something rather than a post or other request. So I use the get request and then use this particular URL, which is the repo of the n8n, in order to fetch the stars from this particular option. And also this particular GitHub endpoint is public. So, no key or no login or account is required. So one can simply paste this particular URL and they can get the information required for the same. So apart, this is like a very simple request in this node. Then we have the edit fields option. So this is a third node, this is for the presentation of, the information that we get in to a JSON format. So on the this output panel, you can, it gets filled up with a huge pile of data about the repository. So dozens of fields, the ID, the descriptions, the owner, the license, and the URL. So that mess is a great thing because that sorry, I didn't mean that mass is not a great thing because it can pile up a lot. So instead we have this JSON format instead of the same, because if you can see, if I execute this, you can see this is how we get it, like all of these things. But in the output you can see that we only get what we desired instead of all of this particular information. We are simply getting what we want, which is the repo name and the stars count, which this particular node does. And running it, executing it, you can see this message which says workflow executed successfully. To check the output, you can click here and you can see that this particular repository has this many stars. So yes, this was a really very easy and a very simple example of how this particular HTTP requests work and how you can swap them to literally anything for your own use case in your own product or your project. So that was pretty much it about this particular video. If you like this video, do make sure to give it a like. Do let us know in the comments if you are stuck anywhere, if you have any questions, doubts, or even any suggestions as well. Share this video with your friends or families who are starting out with automations, especially with n8n, and want to learn more, because I am myself learning and it's great that we can do it together. And then finally, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such exciting videos and helpful content. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.